What's up, Lou? You got the invitation? Yeah, you hear me? You yeah, check your email. You should have it. For Zoom. All right.
Yo,
Yeah, you got it?
it's telling me invalid, the invalid page or, yes, that's what it said.
All right, hold on. Let me. I can see. You sure? Because I see Will. Will is on. He just got in. And you guys were together, right? Yeah. You.
It says Safari cannot open page because the address is invalid.
How you logged in before? I mean, before you logged in with me on Zoom.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I'm not doing nothing different. I went to the link. You know, let me,
Yeah, he just got on. Will's on right now.
Good.
Try again.
all right, hold on.
Tell Lou I gotta teach his old ass how to use Zoom.
Nah, it's crazy because it's saying that it's invalid, but you guys are on the same email.
I just clicked it and signed right in.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me reset. Yeah, let me reset our computer.
All right, then. All right.
Let me restart.
What up?
Hey, shit different. It's different day. I'm gonna see help his ass out for a little bit, 20, 30 minutes, and I'm gonna go watch Warriors.
All right. You haven't finished that shit yet?
Nah, them niggas scared.
That's just the bomb.
Yeah, they just had so
That's
you
just so dope. I saw both seasons.
all right, so yeah, I won't ruin anything for you then. I'm at the point where he was just selected to fight for his clan.
Oh.
So he about to fight the other dude that fucked him up a little bit last time they fought. But
Yeah.
so yeah, that's the.
You haven't got to the Western yet, right?
What happened?
You haven't gone to the Western. There's an episode.
Yeah. I did see that.
That they went to fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the bar, with the saloon. And the saloon, the father didn't tell them that the dead body had all the gold in it.
Right.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a good ass episode too.
No, that was a good no. Though it's written well. Yo, today was a good day.
It was a semi good recovery day. Hell yeah.
If tomorrow's like this, then it'll go back to like nothing ever happened.
So I made that move on Tesla, like I was telling you I did.
You bought it today?
No, I did that shit yesterday. I sold the. Was it yesterday?
What was the strike?
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, it was good. Oh, you are what you're waiting? Oh yeah, okay, I see it. All right. This shit needs a bell, like a doorbell. Ding, ding. So you can know somebody's there.
Yo,
fix
there you
your
go.
channel, bro.
Nah, I can hear you.
Yo.
There you
What
go.
up? What up?
It's good.
Not much, man.
This nigga came on with the merengue group. Jericho.
I just came out the shower, so my shit is mad curly. I can't even see my. Oh, I do see myself. All right, there.
So
I should have combed my hair.
yeah, all of us should have. I made that switch. I ended up selling my Amazon and I took whatever, capital I had in Amazon.
Right.
And I threw it in that Tesla play. I think it was the smartest decision I made because that Amazon wasn't moving. I was up 2%. And now with that switch I just did,
How
in,
much?
in one fucking day, I'm up 36%.
Well, you know that yesterday Kathy Woods loaded the boat. Is the
That-
most she spent on any one day on any one stock.
That is Square.
That's Square. Yeah. Yeah, Square's serious.
Square. And what was I gonna say? You saw what happened to Teladoc today?
To Teladoc, no what happened.
It crashed after earnings.
Teladoc crash.
Yeah. The earnings weren't as good as it projected. And a little bit of the scare between, some of the horror stories with the vaccines.
Right.
They said it was due to that.
Wow.
Yeah, Teladoc lower after posting wider than expected losses. It dropped like 7% after hours.
Maybe this is a good time to jump in.
Yeah.
Yo, Jose, you in that room?
Huh?
What's that? Where you at in that room?
I didn't
Or,
tell you
or is
that.
that like a back? That's a back fucking.
Nigga,
like a
I
green
didn't
room.
tell you what. I opened up a bodega. Look.
Yeah, I see.
Jado, but it looks good though because usually you see the waves in the background.
Right.
You don't see it.
Right. It looks like I'm in the bodega.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's a background from Zoom.
Yeah, my nigga. This is a.
Oh, is that what it is? All right.
see how fucked up life is? You don't even know what reality is anymore. Hold on.
I was like, because I really didn't look at the background, and as I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? I said, this shit ain't real.
Like, I know he was working on the room, but I didn't know he painted it.
I'm outside now.
Shit, that look like Throg's neck too.
It is.
Oh, it is. Where do you I forgot where you do that at.
On background and filters. Then I take it to Wall Street. All right.
Oh shit. Background. I don't even see where the fuck that's
And
at.
then we could teach a lesson on plumbing. Go back to the bodega.
Oh, sure, yeah. And those were all added.
I added.
I'm in the boiler room right now.
There's a few of them. Look at this. This guy's doing he's punching tubes.
So guys, I'm busy right now. So, before the boss walks in.
Sorry, don't disturb me.
Your RRP at, man.
Word. You're losing your job, son. You're losing your job.
Yo, where's Junior's ass at?
Remember, he works nights.
Man, he ain't doing shit. He hiding somewhere. Send him the Zoom call.
Nah, that nigga be getting jobs now. They be giving that nigga jobs, even if they don't exist.
At 10 o'clock at night, he's knocking on doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dying to get off nights.
Yeah. He'll get there. Yo, Lou, let's go first to go to E-Trade first.
All right. Let me get out of there. Get out of there. All right.
Lou, did you finish all the YouTubes?
What happened?
Did you finish all the YouTubes?
I did not all of it. I did a good part of it.
Yeah,
Yo,
at
what the
least
fuck?
halfway
This
through?
shit is not letting me on. You know who finished it? Both my son that's been home because he hurt his leg. all he does is watch videos.
And he's like 22, 23, right? He's young.
Yeah.
21.
Oh my
My
God.
God.
21.
Dude.
And believe me, when I tell you he's into it, he's telling me stuff because he's way ahead of me.
Yeah, I spoke to him.
He screams
for a
on me.
while.
He goes, Dad, why you not doing this? Why you not doing that? And I'm like, 7, because I work and you're home all day. That's the difference.
Yeah, so Louis set up his he already had his account set up. His funds cleared, and he jumped into 2, one singular stock and one ETF.
Apple, and you said he got into ARKK also?
ARKK, and he wanted ARKW, but then we looked at it, and ARKW doesn't have any contracts outside of 2021.
They're not 1 year out yet.
Right.
And let me ask you a quick question.
I think that's the same with ARKG also.
I'm online, and I see that I'm online,
Right.
but it's telling me
But you're not online?
that I'm currently offline.
It's blocking you, bro. Is it?
Trying to stop you,
Look,
kid.
It's trying to stop you. It's trying to stop you, man. Yo, Will, so I was telling
I
you,
don't know
I was
if
in
you
the
can see
car.
it.
So I gave the dude the reading material, the whole 9, right? He called me back today and he's like, yo, that shit's amazing. So he was like, I'm gonna keep on studying. I'm gonna start taking notes. I'm gonna start really getting into this. And I was like, all right, so I'm gonna help you. He wants me to help him out, set up the self-directed brokerage account through the 457. You know who it is? It's Carlos.
No, who is it?
Carlos. Carlito. From Eden. Carlos.
Oh shit, really?
Carlos, the supervisor?
Yeah, but he's right now he's into it.
But I can see that he's just scared,
Yeah.
like most people are.
Because he looked at his 457, and he was like, yo, it took a hit. I was like, because they got index funds that don't mean shit. They got index funds that they invested your money in that still hold fucking GE and Ford.
Jay, he's gonna do the TD for the rollover, right?
No. This is gonna be a separate brokerage account. We're gonna set up his brokerage account for his singulars. We're gonna set up his E-Trade for his options.
Okay, I got you.
And then we're gonna go into his 457 and set up his self-directed.
Yes, that's okay. The self-direct. Okay, I got you. So he's gonna have 2 TDs.
Right.
Should do a Fidelity then. So he gets Zacks for free.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying? Have the E-Trade on the options, have the Fidelity on the singular long-term stocks, and then
have the 457 with the TDA. Yeah, you could do that.
I mean it's gonna be.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I opened up a Fidelity account with no money just to get Zacks.
Yeah, no, I mean.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Can I do this shit on my phone or another computer?
Another computer, why?
I don't know what's going on.
Do it on your phone.
Nice.
It's a pain in the ass to do it on your phone. Because
It is? All right. All right, so I won't do it on that.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you have a camera on your computer?
No.
Oh, you don't?
No, on my yeah, I do. I got
All
one.
right, so why don't you join us through your computer and then use your iPad to do the account.
All right. All right, so I'm out.
All right. Lou's still a little bit scared though. He's still a little bit shaky.
Bobbing and weaving.
Yeah, he's still bopping and weaving. Like today, I called him on purpose just to tell him that Louis opened up his account. And then he was like, "Oh, I gotta open my account." Yeah, nigga, you gotta move your ass.
He just texted me, Junior. He said, "Yeah, man, I broke my cherry, my first option." He said, "I made $1, baby. I'm rich."
He's working.
Yeah, he's working.
Tell him we're on a Zoom right now.
Chilling, man. You busy? We're gonna send you a Zoom link then. You around anybody? Or you solo? All right, cool. We're gonna send you a Zoom link. All right. Yeah, he's solo.
All right. Yeah. So I was out of the blue. It's funny as hell. Because out of the blue, he called me up. He was like, Jay, I need to ask you some questions. And then he just started asking me questions about the 457.
When did you ask him what just made him think of that? Or what
Because he looked at he's 5 years out from retiring. He looked at his 457. He saw that it took a hit, and then he's trying to find that cushion. And then because we spoke before when I just had singular stocks, and I was like, yo, you're better off putting your money in stocks than leaving it in a bank. But then I sent him the material. And he was like, he sat with his wife and he was like, yo, this is really good. And then he's got an 18-year-old and a 22-year-old and a 15-year-old, all females.
Yeah, he's got all girls.
Right. Let me admit this nigga. I need a bell. I need a ding, 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 ding.
Yo, congrats, kid.
Yo, what you want?
Congrats, kid. $1?
Yo, you ain't got no lights in that car?
Yeah, I don't know if they. Yeah, nah, I don't. It's because I'm in the work van. I don't know how to use it.
So what up? That shit, if you open the door and it didn't turn on, that shit don't work.
Yeah.
Where you at? You in Brooklyn?
Nah, I'm in Manhattan. I'm over here by Wash Lex.
Oh, all right. That's what's up.
I'm excited, even though it's a year and a half, later, I'm gonna do something with it, but I'm excited to finally get into it.
Nah, yeah, listen, when you see your shit up 60, 70, 100% in 6-7 months, you're gonna be loving it. What did you ended up with ARK and Apple?
Yeah. Yep. And I'm gonna buy more. I'm just waiting for the 3 days for my more money to clear. And I'm probably gonna buy like 2 more or 3 more ARK contracts.
Yeah, ARK's still
it's still low.
What was your strike for ARK?
190, I think it was. No.
Go on your account. You remember, don't forget. Start logging all that shit.
Yeah. Nah, it was 180.
It was 180.
Your strike was 180.
Yeah, for both of them.
And you did what you did, 2023s on both?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them is January 2023, which is ARK. And the other one was March 2023, which was Apple.
Yeah, I would definitely, if you're gonna throw more capital in, if maybe you can still probably average down on ARK.
Yeah.
But then once you see how things go, you should leave some capital in there.
You should fund it and let it sit there, because I have a feeling that we're gonna dip again in the next couple of weeks.
You want money in there for 2 reasons: either to average down, or when you see something on sale and you buy it, or average down to one of your positions, or when you start to figure shit out a little bit more, we'll probably have to give you a leverage play. You'll probably need one play that's in 2022.
Right.
Gotcha.
Now,
how much should I have sitting just in the account? Just
put
in
it this
case,
way:
like make those.
the only thing that should be sitting in your bank account should be an emergency fund.
Yeah.
You should have at least 10 grand sitting there.
Yeah.
And everything else from now on, after you got that emergency fund, should go right into your brokerage account.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. But as you guys know, I already have I'm in the process of buying a building. So
Now,
I'm
I'm gonna
still,
ask you a
still doing
question,
that.
and we talked about this before.
Yeah.
You should reevaluate the. Reevaluate.
Well, I mean, as far as the building, you still doing that loan, right? Where you only gonna fucking put like 3% down, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So I
Yeah.
mean, you're not taking too much capital away from yourself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, it's already, I already,
It's a go.
yeah. It's like,
No,
it's,
no, but
it's
it's
at
a
that
good
point
deal.
where I can't just say, no, I want my money back.
No, but it's a good deal though, because the fact is that you're not coming out of pocket with a lump.
Where did
Yeah.
you end up in Queens?
Yeah. Bushwick.
Okay.
So like Brooklyn, it's like Ridgewood, like it's borderline Bushwick, Queens.
Okay.
Yeah. Bushwick is in Brooklyn, so like Brooklyn, Queens borderline. And it's a 4-family. And then I'm gonna fix the basement up and put like 2 more apartments down there. One's gonna be for my brother, and then
It's gonna be a
and then
cash
one's for
cow.
me. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be
So
a
that's
cash
it.
cow.
Exactly. So
What did
I
you?
don't.
What's your interest rate?
I got it stupid low. I think it was like 3% or something like that, or 2.9 something, like 3%.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because that's why I did it. Because with the COVID, the interest rates were crazy, and I'm
People
locked
get-
in at that rate.
Yeah, people getting under threes now is crazy. When I got
Yeah.
mine at 3.5,
Mhm.
the fucking guy looked at me and was like, "You'll never get anything lower than this ever again."
Yeah, that's why I did that too. That's why I was doing that, because you guys told me about this, like you guys told me a while ago, but I didn't get into it until a couple of months ago.
No, I know
And-
you've been doing that house shit for a long time though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was really doing that, and I pretty much already jumped into that, but I'm not taking a loss on that because everything is gonna be paying itself off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
my money, like what I do for work and everything, is still my cash flow and everything is gonna be pretty much the same. It's just what I'm losing is like what you guys said, the 3% down payment and stuff I had to put down.
Yeah, but you get that money back in no time if you got that many units rocking. So
Yeah, and when I do my taxes, I'm gonna freaking write that off of my taxes.
absolutely.
Appreciation.
Exactly. So definitely gonna tax season come around. I'm gonna be dumping plenty money into it like next year.
So, you said you was trying to throw more capital in. You were trying to buy another stock, or were you trying to do it just trying to buy more stocks, more contracts of what you have already?
More contracts than what I have right now. I got 6 contracts, and I want to get like a couple of more in ARC. And now you're telling me for leverage, so like I should have some also just sitting just for leverage plays.
Yo,
So how much?
You should
how much
have capital. You
sitting
should
for
have
leverage?
capital ready, locked and
So-
loaded, ready to go.
Yeah.
everyone's rule is different, on that, a lot of people feel like you shouldn't have money sitting on the sideline because they should be working for you. But
Yeah.
I like to have money on the sideline just for those 2 reasons. Because when shit like this happens this past week,
You go shopping.
I didn't have capital like I should have to buy what I wanted to buy. So I had to make a lot of maneuvers to
Right.
put capital to buy shit on sale.
And I had capital sitting there because I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Hey.
I think So what I think what I'll do is, since I know like the months are like February, March, and like August, September, make sure I have capital definitely by those months.
Right, because you already know it's gonna be shit months. So
Exactly.
that's when you go shopping.
Exactly. So I think I'll do something like that when it comes to having the capital. So I'll definitely gonna have some capital for the rest of March, and then once March is finished, make sure my money's working for me, and then have money saved in capital for like the end of summer when I know the months are gonna be shitty, so I could go shopping right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, there's still a lot of stuff that there's a lot of sites for information. And now once you have your positions, then you need to dive deep seasonality. You need to find out when that stock is hot, when it's dry. You understand? You need to learn those companies. Like if those, like I said before, now you own those companies. Those are your companies. You need to know them like the back of your hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is great though, because you're only in one ETF, one stock, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
It's gonna be so easy to just follow those that ETF and that one stock, because your portfolio is small. You're gonna know a lot of shit about those two things.
Yeah.
You gotta sign up to ARK Investments YouTube.
Yeah. Definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, I showed you the site today.
Yeah, I
go-
followed them on Instagram, but I didn't follow their YouTube page.
Yeah, follow her YouTube, because sometimes she posts videos, and
Videos all the time. Yeah.
she's a smart motherfucker. She's smart. So she's ahead of the game, bro. Everybody Warren Buffett, but she's killing it.
Yeah. And I'm just glad that like the time that we're in is something that I'm like completely interested in. Because like me and Jose were talking, he was like, you know, there's the new thing. What was it again? It's not the internet. It's called, what was it, Jose?
Oh, the deep learning.
Yeah, that what is it? Deep learn.
Deep learning.
Deep
AI.
learning. Yeah. And I was like, wow, I have that stuff all. That's all that's in my house.
Yeah, but you should look at the episode because he goes in depth, and it's an amazing way to look at what's about to happen.
Yeah, between that and the semiconductors. You live in New York, you gotta know about that shit. The deep learning and the semiconductors. We're gonna be one of the first smart cities.
Yeah,
Right.
That's with the SMH, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's my baby.
Oh, smart.
Woo! Hi.
That's my only baby, yo. She the only went up 200%, over 200% for me, yo.
No, very impressed. Very impressed.
Tesla killed me though, yo.
Well,
Tesla?
Yeah, but they bounced back good today.
It's a bounce back on that is gonna be crazy.
That's why you bought ARK at a perfect time, boy.
Yeah.
Because I think right now Tesla gonna go on a run.
Yeah, that's why I said I want this 5,000 to clear, because I put it in yesterday. So I'm hoping it clears up by Friday, so I could buy some more into ARK. You know.
You're gonna have to watch it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning it might be up.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you gotta be careful because everything closed after hours. Everything went up after hours.
Gotcha.
What you want to do in the mornings? I usually wake up and I look at the futures.
Okay.
And then it will give you an indication of how the market is going to open.
When did you buy? Yesterday?
No, I bought today.
You bought today? At what time?
Like around 3:20, 3:30.
Okay.
You bought good. You know why? Because we looked at it for a while and it dipped. As soon as he bought it, it was out of the Bollinger Band.
Yeah, he bought it on the low.
Yeah. It was right after
the high was around 1 o'clock at like 140.
Right. But you see, when he bought, you see how he spiked back into the Bollinger Band? As soon as he bought, he was out. As soon as he bought it, he made money.
Yeah.
That works out perfect though, because they're actually down 0.25% after market. When you said that capital's clearing by Friday?
Possibly. I've been checking. I was thinking of if I should have wired, because if I wired it, how long does it take?
It's instant, I think, or 24 hours. So it's fast, but don't worry about it. Once now you've made 2 transfers and you'll have a few thousand in there, then you'll start getting the instant deposits now.
Gotcha.
So.
Gotcha.
That nigga's in the room. Hey, yo, Will, you're gonna have to make a meeting because our meeting is almost up. Remember, it's only 40 minutes that they give you.
There you go. Oh, look who the fuck is here.
Oh, what?
Yo, don't tell nobody, all right? Don't tell nobody.
Who got the mirror?
Dude, I finally got it fucking working. I'm gonna have to do something to this computer. I had to do a whole diagnostic and everything
Already?
but I got it working. All right, so now I'm gonna go on my
Yeah,
iPad.
yeah, use your iPad.
Yep, got it. All right, so I'm doing E-Trade because what y'all was talking about before.
Yeah,
No,
you're doing
E-Trade's most
E-Trade.
important.
You're doing E-Trade. Hold on, I gotta sign up for a Zoom class. Hold on.
All right, it says brokerage account, bank account, retirement account.
Brokerage.
Yeah, brokerage.
All right, individual, joint, or custodial.
Individual.
If yes, enter your user ID and password to speed up the process. Are you an existing customer? No. All right, so I got to do my name or the other shit. No, so you want me to put your name?
Yeah, go ahead. Make sure the funds go into my name too.
Oops, I almost put senior. All right. Mobile, email. Beneficiary, William Landelis.
That's cold because I'm still on this chat. You know that, right?
I know, he smiled and I saw the lump in your throat.
All right, I'm
All right,
good.
residential. All right. So basically, I'm just doing all my information.
Yeah, it's just gonna get confusing when you get to selecting some of the other stuff.
I think that's when I backed off because I started this but never really finished. I was like, you know what?
We're gonna have to do a little bit of lying here, but don't worry.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do some line when they ask you about your experience in trading.
We want you to get approved right away, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. Date of birth. Is this where I start lying or not yet?
Not yet.
We all know you're only 33. We all know.
Social or ITIN? What is that?
That's your business ID, social.
Me and my dad are the real what do you call it? Sipping on juice while committing crime. What's that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Occupation.
with a real life.
Oh shit.
I don't see steam fitter.
Just put construction.
Actually, there is construction. Yeah, there you go. Construction. Employee name. So I gotta write all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It stops me, so I'm gonna have to abbreviate. You know what? I know how to do it. I'll
Well, Will
abbreviate
said
the
that
word.
Will said that he put NYCHA and it went through, so you could probably abbreviate yourself and just put DCAS.
I have multiple brokerages, but yeah, for what you're saying, I do want to open up multiple brokerages within E-Trade.
Because I saw that, but
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I have a Schwab, which I do my long term in, and then my E-Trade is I just started for my options.
Right. So I have an individual, I have a traditional IRA, and I have a Roth.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta do that. That's what I gotta
Yo,
do.
Luz,
next.
they will make in fun of my curly hair.
This nigga came out with a sticker merengue.
Why you think I always cut my hair?
Yo, what's the investment objective of this account?
Growth.
Growth.
All right. So my annual income, is that where the light comes in or what?
No,
No.
I'm not lying about that.
All right. Liquid net worth.
But the truth,
Yeah, the truth. What you're gonna lie about is your investment
your experience.
your experience.
Oh, okay. All right. So liquid net worth is what's up? Liquid net worth is everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You
The
want
numbers don't go that high though.
Oh, well,
But I do.
I didn't know that was a thing.
No, it's not a meeting. Wait, I'm just opening up my account. Total net worth.
Who's that? Jasavian?
Yeah.
Yo, Jay.
And all right, investment experience.
You're right. So you're gonna lie your ass off.
So what am I gonna put?
They're actually years.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to click the tab and it's gonna give you different breakdowns. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's gonna give me. It gives me limited, good, or accident.
Excellent.
Excellent.
All right. Marshal status. Do I have to lie about that?
There
Oh,
are.
shit! I thought my wife was here. Forget it. I was saying it because the number of independents. Let me see. All three of my fucking kids are still in my pocket, so I'm gonna put 3.
That's cap.
Yeah, now's the time to to ask for 100, Lou.
All right. It says add optional trading features.
Go back.
Put add option trading or add
Yes.
margin trading.
Yes.
Yes, option definitely.
Both?
Like 8 minutes.
What about margin trading?
Nah, man, we don't do.
No.
No? Okay.
You want no part of
Future
margin
products
trading.
and services are offered by E-Trade Futures LLC. Add futures trading?
No. You can do that later if you feel like it, but right now you have clear options.
Specify your trading experience for each security type. Stocks.
10 to 15 years. If they let you should be able to select a bracket and it'll give you.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, I gotta write it in. So I put 10 years. Stocks, options.
10 years on stocks, 10 years on options.
All right. And how many stocks have I traded per year?
How many trades a year? It's giving you an option?
15.
Yeah. 15 to 24, 25 to 74, 75 plus.
No, 15 to 25.
All right. Options, same thing, 10 years.
Same thing.
And same thing, 15, 24.
Now,
Bonds.
And then futures and bonds, you can leave 0. You don't fuck with those.
right. Now, once you open up
Alright.
your account, expect a phone call from a representative because they always try to send somebody to see if they can guide you into an investment. Just tell them you're good.
All right. What is your options investment knowledge?
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Indicate your option trading experience. No prior experience, spreads, uncovered writing, covered writing, buying options.
Buying options.
All right. Do you or family household member work for a broker, dealer, securities,
No.
future exchange, future? Nope.
No.
Do you or family household member serve
No.
a board of directors? Nope. Do your household member 10% or
No.
more in public company? Nope. Have you been notified by the accepted tobacco holding? Nope.
Nope.
Continue. Where required by law to ask the following question, make sure you answer each one. Where will assets to funds account come from? Employment?
Bank account, yeah. It's like unemployment.
Savings? Put savings?
Put employment or savings. It don't make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the purpose and expected use of this account?
It gives you the option again.
Growth.
Active day trading, investing for college, investing for estate planning, investing for retirement, investing for tax plan, investment for account with frequent transfers, investing for pooled assets, learn how to invest, long-term investment with occasional transfers.
Long term.
Long term.
Got it. Continue. You're almost there. All right. So at the end of each business day, an uninvested cash will automatically be moved to the cash management account of your choice. Compare options. E-Trade Financial Extended Insurance Sweep Deposit Account. It says your cash balance is swept into bank accounts at our affiliate and other banks. And option 2, cash balance program. Your cash balance is held at E-Trade Securities. You earn a rate on balance on which compares favorable to U.S. short-term interest rates.
Yeah, cash
That's one of
balance.
the 2.
Cash balance.
Cash balance.
Mhm.
Want to add a trusted contact person?
Yeah.
By providing information about the trusted contact, you're allowing E-Trade to contact and disclose information about your account to the following reasons: to address possible financial exploitation, confirm the specific of your contact information, health status of identity of legal. Okay. So that'll be everything. You're Willem, give me your social. I gotta put it in there. You're my contact.
Yeah, listen, this ain't
There goes Louis' face
this
again.
ain't 1990, man. You can't be doing much with people's social securities nowadays.
All right, give me your bank account number.
Send over
shit.
your contracts for the low.
All right, I guess I'm gonna be putting my wife. Michelle Gomez, email address, relationship, wife. Check your emails, Jasavin. He just walked in with his computer.
Gotcha.
All
Tell him
right.
to check his emails, and if it's not in his email, to check his junk. Because for some reason, I don't know why, it always goes to my junk.
The invite?
What? That means you must have
No.
put his mail in junk one day, and that's it. Your computer remembers it.
No, I got him on the
See how he
VIP,
treats
so
you?
that way,
Yo, why y'all
it
froze?
comes up yellow.
Y'all
Because
all
every
just
time he
froze
sends me
there.
something, it's important. So I do VIP, and for some reason, I always have to check my junk, and it's there with a yellow tag that says VIP. I'm like, how the fuck does the VIP mail go into the junk?
All right. What, the Zoom meeting? All right, yeah, he got it.
Yeah, tell them to click on the invite.
Okay, so my account is there.
Nice.
Account type, individual account number, option trading approval, level 2,
Nice. Perfect. That's what we
fund your
want.
account.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want you to get level 2.
All right. So you got ready. They approved you right away.
All right, so I want to transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to add an account?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through that whole process.
Yeah, because it says it's going to take a few days. What should I start with? Like, what's a good number? Does it matter?
Whatever you feel comfortable with, honestly, man.
Yeah. It's whatever you're comfortable with. That way, you know.
1,000? Should I put 2,000? Should I put $2?
Well,
Whatever.
if you're gonna go into
Should I
contracts,
put
you're
my
gonna have to at
confirmation
least-
money?
If you're gonna do contracts, you're gonna at least spend like around 2,000 per contract, estimated. So depending on how many contracts you want, just
So what
take that
are we
as a
doing?
general rule. Sometimes it's less than 2,000, sometimes it's more than 2,000
I would
for the contract.
I would start with 5,000.
Just put 5?
I think that's a really good number. I started my wife with that last month. I opened hers up with $5,000, but don't get it twisted. If you only got 1,000 or 2,000, ain't nothing wrong with doing it with 1,000.
No,
either.
I'll do the 5,000. I didn't know what numbers that started with or want to start with. All right, let me get that real quick.
That's great. You're not gonna have to jump through hoops though. You got to proof for everything right away.
Ask Jay if he got the invite. Tell him to click on the invite.
You got the invite? Did you sign in? Yeah,
Oh, I got
yeah,
you.
he signed in.
I need a bell. Jay, what up?
Here we go.
What's good, Jay?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, you funded your accounts?
No, no, yeah. I only put 1,500 in TD Ameritrade.
All right, cool. All
Did
right.
you get approved for options though?
On your
Yeah.
E-Trade?
The thing is, E-Trade, they said it still wants me to verify my bank, and they said it'll take 3 to 6 days.
Oh, all right then.
But it says that you're at least level 2 option.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It just, something about futures they didn't let me in though.
Okay, yeah. Then we.
Right. You usually they usually want to see what you're doing in options before they approve you for futures, because futures you got to have at least $25,000 to start.
Okay.
So they want to see how your account plays. You got it, Lou?
Yeah, I'm putting in the 20,000.
That's what's up.
Confirm transfer to see from savings. Okay, boom, 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 5,000. Boom, confirmed.
Yo, Jay, how deep are you in to the videos? How far have you gone?
In the packet,
Yeah.
about this, the third or fourth episode after the starter.
Okay, all right.
So I'm around there. The thing is, I saw a new starter pack. That's not the one with you gave me. I think they updated it.
No, the starter pack, I updated the starter pack.
Okay, because there's one
And
on.
I sent it to you, Jay.
Right,
Remember, I sent you the full thing
Yeah, yeah.
and you asked
The
for it.
starter
So you
pack
have
that they gave was actually 9
Okay.
videos. I added 2 videos to that, and then I added the actual list of all the videos.
You added the Christopher Bush episode, right?
I added the Christopher Bush and something else.
You added that as the last episode, though, right?
The Christopher Bush one was a 10, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Right. I added another one after that. I added one on number 11.
All right, so
So
I'm
you-
only opening up the E-Trade today.
You can open up the other one too.
All right. Let me get to that. Which is what?
Will, you know how to navigate through Fidelity?
they're all the same shit. It's gonna be all it's the same shit you just did just now. It's gonna be the same thing to open up all the brokerages, really, pretty much.
Oh, it is.
They're both really good platforms,
Right.
but E-Trade has a better application on your phone if you're gonna be fucking with it on your phone a little bit more.
Right.
Fidelity's is better on a desktop. So if you're going to be by the computer, Fidelity's way better.
And
I like
then-
Fidelity better because it has better research tools.
And then TD Ameritrade is really good on your phone.
A lot better on your phone, and it's a friendly platform also.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you?
It's a preference, basically.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. Are you planning to do singular stocks anytime soon?
Yeah, that's that's probably going to be the first question. Like, are
I'm
you?
probably gonna flow with whatever the group is doing.
All right, well, me, Will, and Lewis all hold long-term singular stocks. And now Lewis just got options.
How about you open the account, right? And just throw $100 in it. You don't even have to fund it. Just open it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to fund it like the way you just did on the E-Trade. Just open it up. So we like to keep it separate because with the option things, you're going to be flipping it. You're going to be pivoting. You're going to be in and out of moves. The other one, is you're going to buy and hold. You're not going to be looking at it that much.
Yo, Jay, when you going back to work?
Hopefully Monday.
Oh, okay.
So if not, very soon next week.
You already set your budget.
Yes.
You already separate all your bills. You already know what you're gonna be stashing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a low number, but
There is no low number. It's your number. You know?
yeah. So I have 5,000 to already for a quarter, which next month. So I'm trying to get more information as much as I can before that time period comes, so I don't miss out.
Let me give you a little knowledge real quick. So what we think is happening right now is you're on the right track. Quad witching, right? That was perfect. I mean, you're aware of quad witching, right? But the problem is with everything that happened with the GameStop and the AMC and all the bullshit, a lot of institutional money has been taking profits a little bit earlier. So that little dip that you usually see the week before or during the week, the week before and during quad witching, it looks like it's happening
now.
There's not going to be a bad entry for you. Like, you might not fucking make 300, 400%.
Yeah.
But you still might make 200%, and that's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
So you got to see it as that. Like, if there's going to be no bad entries, if there's a stock that you like that's at a high, as long as it's not at a 52-week high, you just put a 20% in correction instead of a 10.
Right.
Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. I mean, Apple's at a great buying fucking point right now, dude. Great buying point. I just scooped
Yeah.
up. I scooped up some Apple last week. I wish I held off another week.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
show you, you're not. It's you can't time this shit.
Now, Jay, did you join the Come Up Cousins on Facebook?
Yeah, on Facebook, yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you a link. I'm gonna send you a link to TiVo's page, and TiVo posted a video that walks you through finding the premium price. After you got your strike, he walks you through the whole process of how to find a good premium price to get in. All right.
I'll look at that.
I think the most used site that I use is Bar Chart. Like
Bar Chart,
Bar
Bar
Chart.
Chart is the site.
Yeah,
So bar chart will tell you your entry point, and
Bar Chart, it'll show you the history. And like today, I showed Lewis that you can see when the option started, beginning of that contract. Don't ever jump in a newly opened contract because it's all hype. You got to sit back, be confident,
let it settle.
and it's gonna once it settles, then you jump back in. But it's good to look at the history of contracts to see how it runs, so you can have an idea of how long it's gonna take for it to settle.
Okay, so this is like a chart for options
Right.
only.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'll send you the link later on tonight,
All right.
and you can watch the video tonight. The video is about maybe like 13, 14 minutes long.
Do you know anything about technical analysis at all, though?
Yes.
So you know about Bollinger Bands?
Yes.
So there you go. What do you mean you don't know a good entry point? If you understand Bollingers, then if you play off the Bollinger Bands, that's going to give you a good entry. But again, like I'm saying, if you're trying to look for your best entry, but there's going to be no bad entries as long as you're not buying at a 52-week high. You know, you want to try to avoid. And even if you love the company that much, you can still buy it at 52-week high. Just do a 20% correction instead of a 10. But if you're looking at the Bollinger Band and you're looking for a specific entry, you want to play the bottom of that Bollinger Band. And it's going to give you, technically, it's going to give you your best entry.
What the actual worth is, Jay, you just need to know the actual worth of the stock at that point to find your strike price. Once you put your strike price and everything into the options, it shows you on E-Trade how much one share is.
Shay,
at that point.
Pull up a chart for him. Pull up a Yahoo chart with the Bollinger Bands and the whole nine.
Yeah. I got that set up on mine with the RSI line and the 50-day medium line.
All right, so you know something? Go to bar.
Okay.
You're on?
Yeah, I'm on bar chart.
Right. Put AAPL. And on your left-hand side, you're gonna see options. You see it?
Oh, yeah, it's just loading up.
All right.
Okay.
All right, see where it says options?
Yeah.
Yeah. Select option prices.
All right.
All right, you see expiration? What says expiration? Right below Apple. You see the selection?
Yes.
Look at the dates. Click the date and go all the way to the bottom and select 2023 3/17.
Okay.
And then to the right, you're gonna have to put show all.
All right. Now let's go down to what you want to do. Let's do the 180. You see the 180?
Yeah.
Strike. Now go all the way to your right. You see those 3 dots?
Yes.
Hit that 3 dots. You see where it says options chart?
Yes.
Open that. You got your chart?
Yes, it's loading. There we go. I got it.
All right, you see where that contract started? It started in December, right?
December 21st, yeah.
That's correct. So you see how the contract came out and all of a sudden it just spiked up.
Well, a lot lower, yes.
Like in the beginning of the contract, you could have entered, you would still been good. Even say in January, beginning of January,
Mm-hmm.
you could have waited a week, 2 weeks, and it would have been real nice to sit there. It jumped up, but it came back down. But you wouldn't have really been affected if it, like today, we already know why it went down.
Right.
Nice entry would have been $13. You could have sat real nice in $13.
Right. I had no idea about this options chart. So now that I do, I see the entry point. But also the 180 represents what? The strike price?
The strike price.
That's what you're assuming the stock will
When you're
get
gonna-
to
Yes.
at that particular date.
Right.
But now a lot of other things go into that. So you don't even necessarily have to hit that strike price to make money.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to make money on the ride up. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to hit that
Right.
180.
As long as the stock is going in that direction, you're gonna start making money.
Okay.
Now when it hits your strike, then that shit starts to multiply like you can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But you could be a year in and it could be
Yeah.
at $1.60 and you can be up 200%.
Right.
Because again, a lot of other things go into it, which is going to be a little hard to explain since you're just starting out. But it's something called the Greeks.
Yeah. I was reading that last night. Yes.
Yeah, don't confuse yourself too much. I mean, if you really want to read about it, if you really want to, theta
And delta.
gamma, if you really want to read about it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing long-term leaps. So the theta doesn't really affect us much, which is the time decay.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know the delta and the gamma a little bit because
Right.
that's how you make your money.
Have you guys heard about the app that the cousins created?
Yes. I showed it to Lewis today.
Think
I
big.
haven't hit
Is
it.
that accurate? Because I was
It is.
skeptical. You know.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Still do your own math though.
It's on.
Yeah.
It's
So like
definitely-
180, for example, is in the red line. So
The higher end, yeah, you're right.
yeah, the higher end. So
Right. No, I was just using that as an example because I saw a lot of volume on it,
mhm.
a lot of interest in that actual strike.
So for someone like me, like I would dive into it, right? So they give you three prices, right? The 162, the 171, the 180. And this is actually what me and Jay, when we first started doing this, they didn't even show you that.
Yeah.
But me and Jay came up with that with our own because we had like a low, a medium, and a high. And what we would do was we would just basically, we would take our low and we would take our high and we would average them and get a medium.
Mhm.
That's how me and Jay were picking our strike prices from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And it was working for us. But now, put it in perspective. Now you have three numbers. Remember how you were saying, look at your entry point and stuff like that? Now it goes to show you. Now, if Apple was at a high right now, you would be a little smarter and say, fuck it, let me go with that lower number because it might be a 20% correction.
Mhm.
But now if you got it at a steal and it's down 10 to 15%, then you feel good about they already had a correction.
Mhm.
I'll go with the 180. And it all depends on when you're looking at this chart right here that Jay just showed you.
Yeah.
What's the price difference between the two? And then do you see you still have it open?
Yeah, I still got the chart open.
Now you always got to look at the open interest and the volume.
Get out the chart and go to the page before when we were looking at the actual option chain.
Okay.
Now,
The
if you look
23,
at-
317 show all.
now you can see the volume, and then you can see the open interest right next to it,
So the more volume is pretty much a good thing because that's
and the interest.
Yeah. No, not it is a good thing. If it's between you choosing, if you're having trouble choosing between like a 175 or a 180,
Yeah.
and you see that the fucking open interest and the volume is triple in the 180 than the 175,
Mhm.
then go with the 180.
The 175, the volume is 31 and the open interest is 1100.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the 180, the volume is 692 and the interest is 2400. It's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
That'll help you out select an entry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
what me and Will were talking about. Because when I did my numbers, it was at 177.5,
Mhm.
and Will was like, "You either want to do 175 or 180," and what, and then Jose showed me on the chart what Will was talking about to show me why 180 would be better entry point at this specific point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at this time because of what he just said.
And again, this goes back to, and we're learning from people a hell of a lot smarter than me. So I'm getting this from people who've been doing this a lot longer than me. But that goes to institutions, or basically the people that buy your contracts, and they like those even numbers. They like the 175, the 180.
Right.
Because there are going to be contracts you see that are like 177 or 178.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't sell as fast as the 175 or the 180.
Right. They like even numbers.
Remember, you have to sell these contracts to somebody.
Yeah.
So I've never had a problem executing a contract, but those are just things to consider.
Right.
And then one last question: the corrections.
Take that 10%
Mm-hmm.
and you subtract it. You're basically gauging, God forbid something happens.
That's the lowest it could get or would get.
So every year the market pulls back 10%. It happens every year on average. It happens once a year.
10% always has to be done because, like Will said,
It happens
every
once a year
year.
on average.
Exactly. So
Okay.
that's why you always put that in. But if
So-
you're gonna buy something at a 52-week high, that's when you do the 20.
Okay. So all right. So I don't even gotta worry about this since it's at a weekly low right now.
But you know what? Consider it as well because you're doing a 2-year play. So think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you're going to execute in 18 months, your contract's 24 months. So I don't want to scare you, but just think about it too.
Yeah.
So you have you got to gauge the open interest and the volume and stuff like that, but know that you're taking a 24-month contract. So technically in 24 months, you can see 2 pullbacks.
Yeah.
So in that 18 months, you could potentially see 2 pullbacks.
All right. Pause just for like a quick sec, because quick question on this, because I'm at my final before I close it out.
All right.
All right. Which trading features you would like to include in your account? It says margin privileges, options trading, or cash account only.
Options. We don't
Options
deal
and
with
margin?
margins. We don't deal with margins.
No, you never deal with margin.
No.
All right. So select an options trading level. Tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1 is write, sell, cover calls, and cash secure puts. Tier
Right.
2, purchase calls and put, write, sell, covered calls, and cash secure puts. Those are the only 2 options it's giving me, tier 1 or
Right.
tier 2.
Yeah, go tier 2.
All right. And then describe your level of experience as it relates to options trading. Extensive or professional?
Extensive.
All right. What are your investment objectives for trading options? Growth.
That's it, growth.
How many years experience do you have? 10 or more, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What types of investment have you made in the past? Stocks, bonds, options, none.
Stocks
and options.
Okay, stocks and options. All right. And by clicking, boom, boom. All right, finalize your account. Your account has been approved for tier 2.
All right, good.
All right. And I put 200 in there.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, yo, Jay, this is the app. I don't know if you can see it. No, you
What
can't
about
see it.
the app?
One of the cousins created it. It's excellent.
Yeah, I heard. When I first joined the cousin, that was the biggest thing there. So I
You
downloaded.
actually find the link and it's free. You can go to Apple Store, download it. As soon as you open it, it shows you what the market is doing. It gives you news.
Yep.
It got a calculator. You put the symbol right in. It gives you your strike prices.
It even gives the picks that all the cousins are.
All the picks are here.
Yeah, the sip. Yeah, the 31 sips.
And what's good about it is that it also has a journal. So as you purchase or sell, you can actually write it down and you can keep a journal inside the app.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
You like Apple?
That's the only one that I've seen so far with a big dip. So most likely I'm gonna do that one first thing tomorrow morning.
Do you like any of the ETFs?
I was looking at, I believe it was XLK,
XLK or XLY?
I believe it was XLK.
XLK is the one that's heavy in Apple and Microsoft.
Yeah.
And then the health XLY, the health sector, the health ETF.
No, that's consumer discretionary. That's got Amazon and Tesla, their top two.
Okay.
I think XLI, is that the industrials or
Yeah,
the?
that's the industrial one, but the industrials don't move.
Okay.
And this is pretty good. So if you want to have one that's technology and one that's a different sector, that's a good idea also.
Okay. So sorry, and I meant XLV. That was the health sector. That was one of the first stocks that I've ever really looked into a couple weeks ago. I don't know how it's
XLB
doing now.
doesn't move that. It moves, but it's kind of slow because it's healthcare.
It
Yeah.
might not be a terrible one right now though, especially with I gotta see.
Let's look at the seasonality. Hold on, let me see what it does seasonally.
Yeah.
So the healthcare seasonality is from April 25th until December 4th.
That they're good. Jay, think about all the stuff we learned this past 2 years, right?
Mhm.
And everything we talked about Disney. I just seen a whole breakdown on Disney. I have to send you.
It's,
Yo, the profitability of Disney
Oh,
going forward.
is crazy.
They made I think it was 10 billion.
Yeah, off streaming.
Yeah, they made 10 billion. That was like their net. Their net after they paid
Right.
everything off was like 10 billion.
And that's with everything closed. Cruises, parks, shit, movies.
That was in the last 12 months. And
Right.
I think that they didn't even have the updated Q4.
I wanna ask you guys, how did you set up your portfolio?
Long term, I think that you should never do more than 10.
Right.
It gets very difficult to track all of it. So
Right,
long
yeah.
term, I would say no more than 10.
Again, you got to look at it like this. These are your companies.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't belong to anybody else. It belongs to you. So you got to take the responsibility to know that company inside out. Now, if you got 3 kids, you can handle that. You got 10 kids, you're going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So right now, I would just maybe pick 2. If you want to pick one company ETF,
Right.
and then stick with that. But eventually, what you're saying, your portfolio, your option portfolio, is going to be broken down into this. It's going to be scale, liquidity, and leverage.
Mm-hmm. That was on the last episode. Yep.
So that's what eventually you're going to build up to. When you have enough capital to move around, you're going to want one a year, like a year out. And then the other 2 will be 2-year contracts.
Okay.
But one it's a year out, that's going to be your leverage.
Okay.
And then you're going to be studying your company to a point that you already know what month is going to drop. So then you start calculating, all right, I know that it's going to drop in these months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a put the opposite direction. So
Right.
when the market drops, I'm gonna be making money on the drop,
Mhm.
sell off, and when it goes back up, I'm not going to lose any money.
Or what you're gonna do is, like you saying, you're gonna know seasonality because you'll have that seasonality chart,
Mhm.
and you'll know to just pivot. Let's say you'll pull let's say you were up 100%. You take that, you take that 100% and you pivot into something else that's better in that particular season.
Right. I've heard of put options, but too much.
I don't like fucking with puts. I rather pivot into something else than doing puts right now. That's me. I like to bet on things going up than them going down.
Gotcha.
That's just the way my research is. The way I research and
Like I said, it's better that you know all styles of trading.
Yeah.
That way you have an arsenal of what to do.
Mhm.
You know, so it's completely on you.
Okay.
People in my group kill it. Like, you know, you've been watching the videos. You seen that kid Zay?
Yeah.
I'm part of his group.
Right.
So he's the one basically like mentoring my ass. And
Yeah.
he fucks with puts every now and then, and they kill it doing it. But he's
So,
really good. His technical analysis is ridiculous. He knows how to read a chart. Like, he can call it.
Yeah, so I'm an earner, I'm a trapper, I'm a cousin, I'm a panda, and I just recently
Panda too.
a panda too, and recently I run up.
Wow. And this was all within a year?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Now it's time to get started.
All the stuff that we did throughout the shutdown, basically, you don't really have to go through it.
Mhm. But that's another beautiful thing is that the market
Mhm.
did a lot of people favors with
Oh no!
rising.
Oh no! March 23rd will always be imprinted in my mind for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Like that, I always look at the stock. I'm like, damn, man. Like if I was just a couple months earlier, even in the summer.
The thing about it is that now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't cry over spilled milk.
Now you know.
Still gonna kill it, yo.
You're still gonna
Yeah.
kill it.
You 21 years old? Woo! You gonna kill
Dude,
it.
none of us had this knowledge at 21. None of us.
I was in the market when I was 21, but I didn't know what I know now. Like, it's a whole different ball game. The knowledge that you're gonna have these next 12 months, I wouldn't be fucking working right now.
Because this is not.
That's the plan.
I would not be working right now.
And we're not gambling. Everything is calculated. Everything is studied.
Mm-hmm.
It's like playing CeeLo with fixed dice.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna lose.
The worst that can happen is 300%. That's the worst.
Yeah, that's without doing nothing.
That's you being lazy,
Right.
doing nothing,
Yeah.
not even looking at your account. You're guaranteed at least 300%. Now, what you got to do is you got to set your goals also. What are you planning to do with this stock and how far are you going to take it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to also take care of that stock, because once you reach your goals, you have to protect it. So say you reach the 300% mark. Now you have to go back into your account and you got to set a stop loss. In the event that anything happens and that stock drops 10% down, automatically sell everything off.
Yeah.
Protect all your profit.
And also
go ahead.
rolling contracts.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah, that's
We're
easy.
doing 2-year trades. Then why would we need to roll?
Because
if we have a
couple of years, there are going to be additional contracts added to that chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be in a contract that's going to be profitable, and all of a sudden they're going to have an extended contract for another year. You'll be able to take all that money and now buy into that new contract. But guess what? You're buying back into that contract at the low bottom that you did the first time when you walked in.
Oh, so that first contract that you bought it's the same price that if I were to roll it, let's say a year from now?
No, this is gonna be a different strike, a different time period.
Okay,
But it's more discounted.
Let's put it like this.
discounted, okay.
In
But
18
remember,
months,
now you have more capital.
Mm-hmm.
So now you buy more contracts.
Yeah.
Now you're going from 5 to a possible 25 contracts. And who knows? Remember, that's your first roll. You're still going to be adding every quarter. You're going to be adding, right? So think about that compound.
Right.
We're talking about 4 years, 4 or 5 years, and we're talking about you're looking at $250,000 easy.
And we're doing about 4 each year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could look at a mill with an investment of 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are there.
yo,
But
6 months
rolling
in,
is easy. Rolling is
6
easy.
months in, I had fucking almost three stocks at almost 200%.
Right.
Wow.
Almost 3. My SMH, my Tesla,
SMH.
and my Alibaba.
My SMH. That shit.
So almost, and we're talking about 6 months. That's September, October, November, December, January.
Mm-hmm.
And I was damn near 200% on 3 of them.
Make sure one of your goals to saving is rent. Pay rent to your dad. All right?
Gotta show him a fake portfolio.
Because
Like, if I got
I'm
50%,
a
not 300.
profit off that rent when I invest.
You're
And
gonna
I'm a
take care of him
compounder.
when he's older. Don't worry.
So think about it like this. This is gonna give you an opportunity of doing what you need to do for yourself and your family.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do your time is gonna be your time.
Right.
But I would definitely suggest just having like a clear plan. Like if you're gonna put 5, like you said, you have $5,000 in the account, you're waiting for the clear. Like I would stick to that then. Like put $5,000 every quarter. You know, just like the rolling 4s, that's what you're trying to go off of.
Right.
Then also have a plan as if you're gonna take profits or not. You know what I'm saying? Try to decide that whether you're gonna take a little bit off or you're gonna just roll everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Don't
think
kind
about
of
it
be
like this.
wishy-washy when you're actually doing it, because if you don't have a plan, it's gonna end up fucking you a little bit.
Like
Right.
you'll see what happens to the 5,000 in a couple of months. And then when it's time for you to take profit, you're gonna be like, damn, I'll take these $5,000. Shit, I already know what happened last time.
Yeah.
You're gonna rethink everything that you do.
For you guys, when you guys talk about the long term, do you guys look for stocks that have good dividend, or you just look for something that's always going to have continuous growth, like Tesla and Amazon? Even though they don't give dividends, you
Like
still have
dividends are cool,
yeah.
but I'd rather have a company that's gonna take that dividend and reinvest it
In
Into
themselves,
the
right?
company.
you know?
I do growth. I mean, the only
Yeah.
one company I have that doesn't have a dividend right now is Disney. And that's because they just took their dividend away
Right,
because
took it
of
out.
everything that happened.
Gotcha.
But other
But
than that, I
dividend-
do growth because you want stocks that especially at our age, you want to know that they're going to be there the next 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, because I know
Growing up.
Apple gives dividends, and that's why that was one of my long-term stocks that I did, and I got it rolling into it to buy it, buy more stocks with the dividends.
Well, I have a set, I reinvest.
Yeah, me too. That's what I have.
Dividends, it goes back into the account.
Yeah, so that's what I did also.
They're not a
And
high dividend stock, but they're still a growth stock. They're both.
Right.
Gotcha. Oh, so that one's like a both.
Yeah, and they're actually in talks to raising their dividend.
Gotcha. Because I was also.
They actually have Apple has a stockholder meeting soon.
I think they're gonna hold an event in March also.
Mm-hmm. So Louis, you'll be getting an email on all that because you're a stockholder.
Right. Even when they do votes, you can have 1 share, 100 shares, 10,000 shares. You're gonna get that ballot so you can vote.
Mm-hmm.
You're an owner of the company.
Right.
So do any of you guys do what Trapper did with the that he bought like like he knows how much his Verizon bill is.
Yeah, you
So
can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Like that's a great way to get people to think about the importance of ownership.
mhm,
That style of him saying, "Well,
mhm,
you own all these sneakers, but you don't own the company.
yeah,
You can have the company pay for your sneakers." It's a great
exactly.
way to pull people in. Me,
Mhm,
it doesn't really phase me because I'm not really after the dividend. It doesn't move me as long as the
mhm.
company is a good company.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
What
Because that's the only thing I didn't do. I was wondering if you guys did that.
what I am going to do, I'm actually going to open up another brokerage, like I was kind of saying earlier. I'm going to
Mhm.
have another brokerage on just shit that I actually want to buy. Like if I want to buy a PlayStation 5,
Right.
I'm going to put $500 in the account, and I'm going to
Mhm.
not buy my PlayStation 5 until I make it $1,000.
Right.
So I'm going to have a specific count on just purchasing shit. Like I'm going to force myself to make money before I purchase it.
Gotcha.
Like I'm gonna open a Tesla account
Yeah.
because Tesla's going to pay for a Tesla.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I was thinking because that's something that he said. He was like, I put enough money into the account that the dividends alone pay for like my phone bill or
Yeah, that's smart. That's
you know.
smart.
So I was wondering if you guys did that or if that's something that you guys
I
plan
personally
to
don't do it.
Mhm.
Like I
Yo,
said,
Will, don't you do that on your phone bill? Some shit. I thought I heard you say something like that.
I did that for a long time. I was doing REITs because REITs pay out monthly.
Right.
So if
That's
you
the what you call it? That's the retail investment.
yeah. The
back
rents
by
on the retail. Mhm.
by real estate.
Real
Real
estate.
estate.
Real estate.
So so REITs pay out monthly. So like I do some shit for my mom and dad now, and I have them in a little bit of REITs because it pays out a dividend. So I mean, you can go that route, but your capital could be better used elsewhere. To be quite honest with you.
the thing about it is that
Yeah.
it's good that you know different styles of investing, and then you find your lane.
Yeah, like that's why my remember the first thing I bought was once it went under the bans, I sent you guys a text. I was like, yo, I'm buying stocks into Apple. I need to do options so I could start buying options now. You know, and the reason why is because I know they were gonna not only does it the growth is ridiculous, I know they also had like a little dividend. So I was like, you know, it's twice, hitting it both ways almost with the dividend and with growth. That's why I love Apple so much for my long term.
They have $190 million cash on hand.
Just in case.
What's not to like about them, yo?
Just in case.
I know. That's why I love them as my long term. I was like, all right, I bought my long term already. Now let's do options with the ARC and still Apple because that's
Yeah, it's not.
like you said, who doesn't love
really
Apple
low.
at the end of the day? Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's
Apple's gonna make an acquisition. They have to make an acquisition this year. They have so much capital. They're gonna buy somebody or something.
they're gonna buy somebody out.
So I kept thinking that I kept hearing rumors that they want to get into the fintech space. So it was kind of crazy that whole shit that happened with Robinhood, where they were saying that they didn't have enough capital to execute those trades, and that's why they halted the GameStop and the AMC and stuff. So I mean, don't be surprised if Apple one day owns a brokerage.
Yeah, I mean they already started with their own credit card line. I don't know if you guys saw that. They have their own credit card that they said they don't want to use banks. That they want to be.
So they're already in the financial space. So I see them expanding on it.
Exactly. So I see that 100%.
Yeah.
You heard about the Jay-Z champagne move?
No, I did not.
He sold 50% of his Rose champagne to Moet for $500 million.
Wow.
For 50% of ownership.
Hmm.
For a company that he only started 5 years ago. Crazy. So, gentlemen, it's 2 hours. 2 hours. We were supposed to be on
Yeah,
here. for 30
and
minutes.
you guys got to get up early. Not me.
All right.
You guys.
Not
Next
me.
step,
I'm
Lou,
off this
you
week.
gotta start setting up. You gotta, like I said, do your research, write down what you're interested, what companies look good to you, and then we'll take it from there and you start.
We'll talk.
All right, then that's what's up.
We'll go from there.
Jay, you got any questions? Just call me.
All right, no problem. I'm probably gonna execute the contract tomorrow morning, since it's at a good price. Since I got the info from you guys, but
Apple, right?
yeah.
No, I think it's a good buy. What
Mhm.
are you gonna look at the March 2023?
Yes, I will.
All right, so what's your
That's
strike?
that's a hell of a first purchase.
What's your strike?
It's gonna be 180.
All right.
Since it's already low, and I'll do 10%.
Now before you execute, have an exit strategy. Now, what's your goal on that?
That I don't got.
Like how
Gotta
much
come up
percent
with
you
one.
want? 100%, 200%, 300%.
You know why I come up with on? Because we got to teach you how to use Jay will show you, I'll show you how to use the power launcher on
Yeah.
E-Trade.
Okay.
Because human nature, my man, you just get greedy. You see it at 200%, you're gonna want it to go
Right.
to 3. It gets to 3, you're gonna want it to
And
go
all
to
of a sudden you're like, oh, let it run. And then if
And
you
that's when it
step away
becomes
from your
gambling.
plan, it's gonna mess you up.
That's when it becomes gambling. So you either have to have a plan or you have to have a stop limit. And you don't know how to set a stop limit yet.
Okay.
So you have 18 months to do that, but just have a plan on what percent you want. And when it gets to that percent, then we could fuck around a little bit. Because then let's say you're at 300%, right? Then you could put a stop limit at 250%, right? So God forbid it drops down, boom, it'll execute at 250%. But let's say it goes to 400%. Now you can say, fuck it. Let me move my stop limit to 300%.
Okay, so your stop loss, I could change it any day, anytime, as much as I want. Like there's no. Okay. Okay, that's good to know.
Always got to make sure you have one of those, especially like let's say we're like 6, 7, maybe a year in. When you're a year in, or you're over 200-300%, that's when you have to start putting those things in place. But it's better to have.
You don't want to be careless and lose 18 million on a play.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have a stop loss.
You don't want to get greedy.
Yeah.
So as long as the stop limit's in place, it helps you to
No emotions.
yeah.
So for a 2-year contract, what's the good low stop, percentage where then I
That's
should.
what I'm saying. You're gonna have your goals. Once you reach 300, you gotta start to set up your stop losses.
Right. So it should be 300 flat, or should it be 100 and then keep looking into it? Then 200.
100, trust me, you're gonna see 100 in a little while.
Yeah.
All mine's like right now, all my 2-year plays at anywhere from 350 to 375. I'm gonna put 275 stop limit.
Okay.
So mine's is like 350, 375. And then from there, that's when I'm gonna fuck around with it. But I'm only gonna put in place when I'm 18 months in.
Right.
So anywhere from 16 to 18 months, that's where I'm gonna put my stop limit.
Okay. See, my stop limits are based on my goals. Once I hit 300, I got a 15% stop limit.
Okay.
Because you're confident in your choice that it is gonna hit 300, so you just wait for it to hit that 300.
Right. But let's say in 6 months or 8 months, it hits 500.
Right.
Am I getting out?
I'm putting a stop. I'm putting a stop limit.
You put a stop limit.
Okay, that's what we're doing. Okay. So
Yeah, stop limit is just that way it goes lower. It doesn't.
So it don't go lower.
You're only protecting your profit.
But if it goes up, it keeps going up.
Yo, listen, no matter what you're gonna be discussing, and that's where your pop said you got no emotion. You gotta take the emotion out of this. This shit is 99% psychological, bro.
Right. It's all algorithm.
You crazy? You want to hear something crazy? I was in the GameStop play, and I sold it December 14th. Had I kept it, I'd have been up anywhere from 320,000 to 420,000. I don't know when I would have executed it, but that goes to show you, you can't. I was in Moderna when it was $20.
Right.
Like none of it. Like you were, as long as you're taking profits and you're building upon your portfolio, you're good. You
Okay.
just you're always gonna be sick.
Don't be attached to any company.
Yeah, you're always gonna be sick. You're always gonna be like, damn, I could have made more money, or damn, I lost money. You know what I mean? Like, don't be that person. You're losing money. Just be upset that you didn't make that 400%. You only made 300%.
Right. I like what Ian said. He said, what did he say? Something about every trade win or lose or draw is your fault, not the market.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm gonna stick with, you know?
Absolutely.
Like that's what I'm trying to do before I even buy the contract now. I know I need a few things before I do.
But in the same breath, you have to understand it's your responsibility that you need to study. You need to know those companies inside out. You need to know what they're gonna do 3-4 years in the future. It's your business because it's your money. But like I said, don't get attached to nobody, because if tomorrow you find out that Tim Cook is smoking crack, you out of Apple. Simple. Elon Musk bought a $300 million house. I'm out of Tesla. If you're gonna act reckless, not with my money, I'm gonna find another company.
So the next two things you should learn how to look into, and especially if you have an E-Trade, is you're gonna have to use the power launcher, because that's gonna help you put up your stop limit, or even your gain. Like you can have it execute at 500%.
Yeah,
It hits 500%, it'll sell at 500%.
Right.
It goes both ways. I play it the reverse way though, because I'm gambling a little bit, but I'm just mitigating my risk by putting a stop limit in. And then the other thing is you need to learn how to look into that insider activity. Did you see that episode at all?
No.
On E-Trade, you can look at the insider activity of the company. So you should look into that, because it's always interesting to know when fucking Tim Cook is taking profits and shit. You know what I mean?
Just make sure that when you are looking at the episodes, just make sure you take notes. Make sure you take as much notes as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a new book. I'm already halfway through this one right here, but
because you're going through a crash course on finance that most people that study finance,
all this,
they didn't even go through.
I just did a new one, yo.
Yeah, my
new one.
My notes look like university notes. I'm ready to give lessons with my notes.
Yo, fellas, everybody have a good night. If y'all have any questions, you know how to reach me, yo. Just reach out.
All right.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be watching Warriors, goddammit.
I said Warriors are gonna be watching you.
Later, fellas.
Fellas, I appreciate the Zoom call. I appreciate everything y'all doing for us. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully, we make that big money and we all buy houses somewhere else and living good.
Yo,
we're gonna be.
That's what we're trying to do.
We're gonna buy acres, yo.
We're gonna
If
watch
I gotta
the
live
fluctuate.
next to y'all, I definitely want to buy acres.
All right, fellas, have a good one, man.
All right.
Peace.